On that day, Alexa's mother helped her put on her backpack at the front door, telling her that she might make a friend.
You shouldn't worry about having to run into bullies all the time, Alexa. Maybe you'll make a friend today. A little girl moved in next door last weekend, and she might be about the same age as you. Do you know her name?
I don't think so. I think I've seen that kid once or twice, but I've never met her clearly.
Well, maybe you should go over and introduce yourself.
I don't know about that kid very much, so I'm not quite sure if I have the courage to introduce myself to her.
But even though Alexa didn't know the new kid next door, she knew that she would meet her as soon as she got to school on time and didn't get her lunch money stolen by any bullies. Alexa knew from her experience with bullies that the wisest thing to do would be to stay out of the bullies' way, making her daily walk to school much more complicated. She quickly ran in spurts from trash can to mailbox to tree, hiding behind any object she could find, just in case any of the bullies she knew at school were nearby. Usually, the worst section of Alexa's mad dash to school was the intersection by Elmwood Drive and Delta Lane, because they didn't have any good hiding locations. The only good hiding locations were the tall street light next to the coffee shop and the sign at the gas station across the street. Most days, Alexa was lucky enough when waiting for the walk signal, until this particular day. Crouched quietly behind the street light at the coffee shop, concentrating on the traffic lights and cars, Alexa watched out for any bullies that would spot her. This was very stressful, but after a few minutes, the cars paused, the walk signal lit up, and Alexa glanced left and right one last time, before bolting for the display sign in front of the gas station. Fortunately, she was able to make it to school without running into any bullies, but that's nothing compared to what happened next. As Alexa was heading to class, she saw Drew and Gavin, who bullied her quite frequently, run right over to her. Once Alexa saw them coming, she knew that she was in trouble.
Hey, where do you think you are going?
I'm just on my way to class.
On your way to class, huh? Well, how about we give you a free pass to your class?
But only if you hand over some of that lunch money to us.
No. I'm not going to give you my lunch money. Now can you please get out of the way? I don't want to be tardy.
We don't care if you're gonna be late for class. Just get out that stupid lunch money already, or else.
Meanwhile, Jenna was walking down the halls on her way to class, when she saw a blonde-haired girl being mistreated by a group of mean-looking bullies. The bullies were yelling at the girl to give her lunch money to them or they would shove her into a locker. Jenna was angered by the hostility and unfairness of the circumstance, as they were antagonizing an innocent kid and outnumbering her 2-to-1. Jenna knew she wasn't going to take this, and decided that it was time to take a stand and teach those bullies a lesson. She ran toward the bullies and gave them a piece of her mind.
Hey! Leave that girl alone. What has she ever done to you?
Why don't you mind your own business, you stupid new kid?
That's not a nice thing to say. You shouldn't pick on other kids for no good reason, even if it's to steal things from them, like their lunch money.
Oh yeah? Who cares? We can pick on anyone we want, and you can't do anything to stop us.
Of course I can. Since you're bullying a poor innocent kid, I'm gonna let you boys have it.
The boys ran off in fright, knowing that they were going to get in trouble. Jenna was faster than the boys, and she took off after them. She was ready to show them how bullying others for no reason really hurt. Alexa watched in shock as Jenna gave the bullies a well-deserved karate chop and a high-flying kick. She thought Jenna was very brave and tough.
Maybe that'll teach them not to mess with me.
Wow, you're really brave. I can't believe you did that. You must be very strong.
That's right. I'm not afraid of any bullies. I never stand a chance against them. I never fall for their lame threats and will show them what pain really feels like.
I'm glad that you showed those bullies who was boss, but I don't think beating them up is a good idea, especially when in school.
Why not?
Because it could get you in serious trouble. Violence is not allowed in school, and if the principal catches you physically fighting other students, he'll send you to detention.
Well, in that case, I'd better get out of here before the principal throws me in detention. I'm late for my first class anyway.
And with that, Jenna made a dash to her first class. Alexa was impressed at how fast this girl was.
Uh-oh, that reminds me. I'm late for my first class as well. I'd better hurry.
Alexa didn't want to get in trouble with her teacher, so she ran to her class as quickly as possible. In class, Alexa quietly passed some time by drawing pictures in her notebook as the teacher talked about addition and subtraction, but she couldn't stop thinking about the girl who stood up to the bullies for her. She seemed like a brave and strong girl without any fear. The girl seemed very nice to her, and Alexa thought that maybe this was the girl who moved in next door to her house 3 days ago. Maybe her mother was right. Alexa might be able to make friends with that girl if she got to know her better. She hoped she could see that girl again once class was over. After class was over, Alexa went to her locker to get ready for her free period.
What's this? It looks like someone left a note on my locker.
Alexa took the tape off of the note and read it very carefully. The note said, "Meet me in room 214, the classroom where Mrs. Tan teaches art."
This note must be from that girl I met earlier. I guess I should go see if she's in the art room.